the key about voiceovers is if you go small, they don't know if you can go big. But if you give them and you give them a lot, then they know they can bring you down. So you always want to go big because they know they can direct you to bring you down. But if you start small, they don't know if you can go big. Just like in life, you got to go big.
There's over 1.9 million podcasts. Most of them never see the results they expected. They want to monetize, but their show ends up costing them money, and they never achieve the listenership they desire. This show will help you launch, grow, monetize, and inspire with your podcast. Get ready to take notes, because here's your host, Adam Adams.
Hey, it's Adam Adams, and generally, as you may have gotten accustomed to, any even-numbered episode is supposed to be me alone pouring into you and your business. However, I did so many different interviews with so many really, really good people that on this episode today, even though this would typically just be me pouring into your business, me just sharing something short, like 5, 10, 20 minutes, where I poured into you and your podcast and growing your brand and really getting you in front of everybody. I'm going to do that today with an interview. So let's get right into it. Welcome back to the Podcast on Podcasting. I'm your host, Adam AAA Adams, and I'm stoked because we've got a remarkable person on the show today who does all sorts of cool things: modeling, voice acting, podcasting, YouTubing, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. So it's good to have you, Katie. And I was having trouble with your last name, and I'm going to try to say it right now for the listener. It's spelled Chonacas, and it's Chonacas.
Perfect.
Oh, finally. Yes, I crushed it. All right. It's really good to have you. And what I want the listener to get out of this episode, besides just learning a little bit about your story, I want them to understand just that their voice needs to be heard. Their message needs to get out there. And so I think we're going to title it One Good Reason You Need Your Podcast. I'm stoked about this. So when we were doing the pre-interview, you mentioned some ripple effects and inspiring others and why you started the podcast in the first place and some stories about how it came to fruition. Why don't we start there?
Sure.
All right. So I want to jump into a few things that you've seen that have really changed other people. Like, I think you felt like you were that ripple effect for other people. And one of them in particular, I remember, contacted you. Can you tell us a little bit about that situation?
Sure. Not too long ago, a young boy, 13, 14, young, is on the Instagram and messaged me. And his last post, unfortunately, his father passed away and his mother's a schizophrenic. And, you know, all the kids aren't in school right now. And he was wanting to end his life and not being here anymore. And he found me and I shared my podcast with him and he listened to some episodes and he came back to me and he was like, wow, in amazement. And he said, I've inspired him and I've given him a reason to live. Like, he was wanting to like not be here anymore. And, you know, so he's listening to all my podcast episodes and other people, they contact me all the time. A lot of kids contact me and it makes me so happy because I remember being 12 and I remember being a kid and I remember I wanted someone to contact me and help me and gift me information. So I feel through the podcast, I'm able to be that for other people, not only kids, but moms too.
Good stuff. Very interesting. Yeah, I'd love to pick your brain more on that.
Sure.
And as a podcaster and a voiceover artist, we were talking about the two mics, and there's a dynamic mic, there's a condenser mic. And generally, when I bring on a coaching client, they will buy the Blue Yeti and they'll say, oh, I love this. And
horrible.
And thank you.
Bad. Don't do it.
And so as a coach, I don't know if I can call me that. As a consultant, I'll say, as a consultant of helping people launch, I always say, get the dynamic mic. And I understand one of your mics is a really nice Shure SM7B dynamic microphone, the same mic that Michael Jackson recorded Thriller on. And the mic that you're using today is a different mic. It's a condenser mic. You use it for voiceover, and it looks way different because it has, for anybody who can't see, just a giant windscreen, which is very interesting. But as somebody with your experience, why would somebody use a condenser mic versus a dynamic mic?
Sure. For voiceovers, it's a full body mic. You want to use a condenser mic. For a directional mic, if you're doing promo, directional mic, it's just one direction. For spoken word, for podcasting, for music, a dynamic mic, it's just one direction. For voiceovers, animation, which is my specialty, if you can't hear it in my unique voice, it's a full body mic, like a full body red wine, right? Like a cab. It's a full body, so it picks up everything all around. So I have a Rode NT1, and I just got the TLM 103. So that's like the daddy mic of all mics when you're doing voiceovers, to have the TLM 103, but it picks up everything. So you definitely have to have it sound treated. But, for your clients out there who want something more affordable, Shure, the Motif 88 is amazing because it goes right into the iPhone. You can get an adapter. It's $149 on Amazon. I'm not an affiliate with them yet. I should be. But it picks up as a condenser mic, but it's great for on the go because I'm on red carpets all the time. And so I'm around celebrities all the time prior to the pandemic. So if I'm at Tribeca Film Festival or a premiere or something, it's called my mic on the go. It's a Shure, the one you have, SHURE, Motif 88, $149 if your clients are on a budget and they don't have the XLR and the preamp and the interface and all that, and you just want to have it be easy on the go. So the Shure Motif 88 is a great mic to have for podcasting, even for voiceover.
And 2 questions. You said it was $150. Second question, it goes into your phone or in your laptop?
Yeah, it goes right into your iPhone. It goes right into your iPhone.
Okay. Awesome. Tell me about your podcast. Why did you start it? What's behind it? What's your goal with it?
Sure. I want to provide value for people. I want to pay it forward as one of God's angels in this universe and gift my experience, the good, the bad, the ugly, and be a hack for people so they don't have to go through what I went through. We're in totally different times now. And I started when there was the Yellow Pages. You know what I mean? And I am here in my own home studio now. So I've been through the trenches to know the detail of the micro and understanding the journey of the macro. So yes, I just want to provide information, and it's business on entertainment, but it's also worldly stuff, very spiritual. My travels around the world, multi-billionaires I've met, befriended. Yeah, so it's everything: music, acting, entrepreneurship with ethics, morals, and values, and giving people value and information. And then if they want to proceed further, I'm a strategy coach. For my cross-country background, short-term, medium-term, long-term goals, strategy coach because of energy and time. At the end of the month, I'll have a link and people can download for a one-time small fee. And you just do the basics, 4 to 8 videos that you can download. And I have a course so that, because it's a lot of time to explain these things over and over. So that's why it's great to have the platform of the podcast, but then also have the course. So people who are actually serious and who want to take their lives to the next level, I can support them in doing that.
Yeah. And 2 things. Number 1, you recently wrote a poetry book called A Lover's Fairytale. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. My travels around the world, it's not just a love like human love. It's the love of life, the love of the feeling of love, aesthetically, the beauty, the nature that has been gifted to us all. So it's the love of life and the experiences I felt in joyous moments, and even the love with sorrow. So I selected 11 pieces from 2004 to 2012, and those will be the first pieces that I release, self-publish. It's available now on Amazon. Pre-order, and it's going to be released on World Poetry Day.
That's cool. I think I have 2 more questions.
Okay.
One of them is all the different voices that a voiceover artist might have, because you're going to be acting, or other voiceover artists and voiceover artists that the podcaster who's listening to this might hire to do their intro and their outro or some of their commercials. What are some types of voices that you do, and can you give us any examples of the variety?
Sure, all that. One thing I would like to say in regards to podcasting and voiceovers, my agents, they give me, we want Emma Stone, Alicia Silverstone, Scarlett Johansson. That's my voice. Very raspy. I have that raspy thing, Demi Moore to my voice. 2, they'll send an animation or a clip from a TV show of this character, right? As a reference. The key about voiceovers is if you go small, they don't know if you can go big. But if you give them and you give them a lot, then they know they can bring you down. So you always want to go big because they know they can direct you to bring you down. But if you start small, they don't know if you can go big. Just like in life, you got to go big, like go for it. But if you're starting out small and playing small, you're going to, play small.
Very, very true. Love that. And for the listener who's a podcaster or maybe a future podcaster, and they want to get into it, going back to today's topic, one good reason that we really need to start our podcast, why he or she's got to just get their message out there. Would you speak directly to the listener and let them know, inspire them, help them know why they just got to get out there and launch their show?
Just to let you know, you're here. I'm here, Adam's here, and the number one most valuable thing is our attention. So thank you for being here. And the other thing, thank you for listening to these words, but your voice does matter. It doesn't matter what you say, just say it and it'll all sort itself out. And now more than ever, your voice is so important and it needs to be heard because there's so much noise in the world and there's so much misinformation and there's so much toxicity that we need to open the conversation, and podcasting is growing more and more. And it's a way to be a part of the conversation, of the world conversation. And the people who align to what you're talking about, if you're a scientist, if it's mental health, if it's flowers, if it's gardening, if it's about birds, it doesn't matter. Whatever your interest is, there are like-minded people out there and we all need to be connected, and we are all connected. And now more than ever, it's a way for us to communicate. So it's really important for you to have a podcast and start your podcast. Just start messy. Just don't do it on Anchor. It's free. And when you do that, you know what you get. You don't need anything too fancy. Start messy. Just do it. Just get it out there. And the other thing I can say about podcasting is be consistent, because I have grown my followers weekly by like 300, 400. People are like, oh my God, how are you getting all these followers? Because I show up for them. And when people, and I was releasing my podcast in the afternoon. And then, Rob Greenlee, my friend who's the VP of brand partnerships at Libsyn, he taught me like, oh yeah, like these people are showing up for you. And I'm like, even though I'm not a morning person, my people might be morning people. When they're working out in the morning or doing whatever, they may need to hear my voice to get their butt in gear, to get their wheels turning and moving. So I started releasing my podcast at 5:11 in the morning, and consistently I'll scheduling them out instead of releasing in the afternoon, in the top of the morning. So then I can bring the value to those people. So you have to think about the people. The people, when they start listening, they're going to need you. Like they need you just like you need them. We need to take actionable steps.
That's so good. And I have a question. With the time that you're launching the podcast, you said 5:11 a.m., not 5 a.m., not 5:30, not 6. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. My birthday's 11/11. I believe in signs. I'm aware of symbols. I'm very aware of energy. If something feels good, go for it.
Yeah, I was really curious because we do a lot of post-production for clients, and we always launch their episodes at either 5:05 or 6:05 or 7:05 or 6:35. And the main reason is because other podcasters are launching on the hour, because it just seems natural to just launch at the top of the hour. And so it just helps them to be able to stay front and center, top of mind, first page of Google, slightly longer. And I was wondering if that was the reason. It doesn't sound like that was what was behind it, but it is working that way as well, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, totally. And then Rob Greenlee, who I mentioned earlier, he says Wednesdays is the best time to release your podcast. Friday's very slow. So Tuesday and Wednesdays are very good to be releasing your podcast.
Not Monday, not Thursday, but Tuesday, Wednesday. Those are the best days?
Yeah, Tuesday is the highest number of people listening to podcasts. Also, what I was going to say, a call to action for people. I had Rob Greenlee on my podcast. So it's called The State of Podcasting 101. And we go from zero to hero of people who want to get involved in podcasting. He's in the Podcast Hall of Fame. There's only 16 people in the Podcast Hall of Fame. He's one of them. He was the chairman of the Podcast Academy. But that's a really great, valuable insight of a show for people who are interested in podcasting to listen to that episode on my podcast. She's all over the place.
Done. And so for the listener, that's in the show notes, because we work in mysterious ways.
You make sure you go to loversfairytale.com and get my poetry book and go to the Sophisticated Psychos and listen to our music, watch some of our crazy videos.
You are awesome. Thanks for jumping on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right. We'll talk to you soon. You're not alone if you're ready to either get your very first affordable microphone or if you're ready to upgrade your equipment to some legit podcasting studio equipment. Because on all of the forums over the last few months, I'm seeing this all the time. Even my own personal clients that work with my team, they're ready to get that next microphone. They're asking us for it. Additionally, when I'm on discovery calls with potential clients, they're always asking for this stuff. Hey, what mic do you recommend? Hey, what lighting do you recommend? What webcam should I be using? So many questions. And so what we did, my whole team has put together a PDF so that if you're one of those people who is looking to either get your very first affordable microphone, or if you're ready to upgrade your equipment to more professional podcast studio equipment, whether it's soundproofing or whatever, we've got you covered by going to growyourshow.com/PDF. And you can download the PDF for free, or right there on the webpage is everything that you would have and you don't need to download the PDF. Either way, just go to growyourshow.com/PDF, which will put you to the podcasting equipment that me and my team have personally vetted. I'll see you on the next episode.